Всем доброго времени суток, меня зовут Виктор, и это CDS Games, и мы продолжаем проходить столпы земли. У нас тут шарлатаны. Пойдем потрендим с этим, с пацанчиком. Здорово. Малыш.
What is in this book will not help me more than the answers.
Так, малыш, да вылазь. Надо успеть подловить его. Как он вылезет.
You must wonder, why was Kingsbridge chosen to be the home of the Holy Virgin?
I am Philip. Who are you, young man?
Build me a new church in Kingsbridge. So we set off.
Why are you
with the
hiding?
blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury. And I will tell you again.
That's not fit for a shrine.
She is a true miracle that will change your life as she
Nothing sacred
changed
about-
mine.
Пацан, вылазь.
Many bore witness to her miracle before it dawned upon me. She wanted to go home, but where? It came to me. Can you feel it? You are about to witness The Madonna knows how you have suffered. The Virgin Mother had to witness the rise and fall of her Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and never stopped believing. Kingsbridge has endured many hardships. Prior James left you before his time when your old cathedral was burned to the ground.
How do you know this?
And your new one collapsed even before construction was finished. You have suffered the ruthless destruction of your market, homes, and lives.
Dada!
All of you have lost husbands, wives, and children, family and friends.
Dada!
All of you know how it is to be hungry and afraid.
Jack. Aliena.
Philip.
But this is...
A miracle, isn't it? Or something along those lines.
But how?
We thought it was time to give Tommy a home.
Tommy.
The boy? Your boy?
Well, Philip? Do you recognize him? Our little Tommy?
Tommy? But... It's been almost 3 years since... Where on earth did you find him?
I'd almost given up looking for him. Then Tommy found him.
And you decided to come back.
Well, this is our home, after all.
Then what on earth is all this? This miracle?
With the Madonna, we were able to collect donations. For your priory, and for Kingsbridge.
Really?
We can start anew. We can rebuild the cathedral.
What's the catch?
I'll get to be master builder.
Why?
I've studied the cathedrals, churches, and houses they build in France and Spain. I saw how different their constructions were, with new shapes, colors, and ideas. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined rib vaulting and pointed arches. I want to do that. That's why.
Why here?
Because this is home.
The townspeople probably think that's enough to build a whole cathedral. But to me, it looks like about £100. You know, that won't even pay for a year's work.
Like all of this, it's a symbol. Enough for a fresh start.
And the Madonna will stay here. Kingsbridge will attract visitors and donations again.
You mean I should be thankful for these lies and tricks?
Jack! Aliena! You came back!
We wanted to see you, little sister.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. But look at you! And the little one!
Tommy.
How are the others?
Alfred left Kingsbridge. Richard shows up every now and then, and Ellen returned to the forest.
We need to visit her.
What's wrong, Mother?
I'm glad you're back.
I am too. Very glad.
She looks like she's about to cry. She will weep for your suffering, Kingsbridge. She knows your pain.
What now?
The miracle!
Miracle.
Her eyes are wet.
Her eyes!
Look at her. Heaven.
They're shining!
She cannot hold her tears any longer.
She is made of wood. It's impossible.
Верь, Миги, верь! Это чудо!
Why are you weeping? She's mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I have. She understands.
Это чудо! Она заговорила! Сейчас, блин, убогих коллег сюда будут вести.
It seems through her faith in all of your lies, Mary has found a miracle. We can't keep trying to repair Kingsbridge by ourselves. Things are not improving. We're struggling to keep things as they are.
But we can't afford to hire help.
Without farming and fairs, we're back to Prior James's time.
All these past years, my advice was good enough for you. But it appears you've changed your mind now, again.
It is time we started doing something to wake up and make Kingsbridge what it used to be. We did before, and we can do it again.
I'm not willing to accept a risk like that. Don't you remember what happened last time? My, how easily we forget.
I remember well.
And still, you put your trust into a group of random strangers to make things better. Philip, why in God's name have you stood by and let this happen? They're tricking us into giving them money for false idols.
They are giving us money.
So that we'll place this idol in our priory? Do you approve of this?
No, I don't approve of their deception. The Madonna is a trick, no miracle. But the people have already decided, and I won't take away the hope they found. Did you not see what happened to Mary?
I saw. And I see that you intentionally turn a blind eye to the lies of your friends. I'm warning you. I cannot support a prior who tolerates heresy.
Your threat won't sway me. No matter how unconventional, their return and their gift are a blessing.
You made your decision, Philip of Gwynedd. And now, I make mine. I resign. I'm leaving the priory.
Невелика потеря. Вообще невелика. Говнюка.
You got so big, Tommy. And you're just as shy as your father was.
Don't let him fool you. Usually, he's always up to something.
Tom would have been proud of you. Of both of you.
Is she still here?
Hmm?
Tom's wife.
Oh, no. Martha and I moved her to Kingsbridge. She's with Tom now. He always wanted that.
Ellen, we found Jack's family in Cherbourg.
The place he came from wasn't Cherbourg, it was Cherbourg.
Буря.
Really? What were they like?
They were good people.
His grandmother said Jack looked just like him, like his father.
He does. They never came for him or asked about him.
Думали, что утонул.
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk. He'd always wanted to go to England.
Have you ever heard of the White Ship?
No.
The king's family drowned.
My father was there. He was the only one who survived.
Он, походу, знал, что случилось, поэтому
Not for
его и
long.
казнили.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a chalice.
Кто?
Yes. But I know he was innocent.
Кто обвинил?
I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love. I helped him escape. But in the end, they caught up with us.
What happened then?
They hanged him. I was there. And you were there, Jack. But you weren't born yet. He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet. The people somehow knew he was not a thief. But I knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed. Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Sang sweeter than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom never.
No! No!
You said that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Кто
Who
они?
were they?
The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamley, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waileran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I. I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire. Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret.
Остался только Бишоп. Ох, мы к нему пойдем рыженьким. И он обосрется.
The people they killed will return to haunt them. I promised them.
А мы это совершим. О, предвкушаю.
We welcome our new prior, Remigius. He helped to recover the bones of the Saint of Kingsbridge, Adolphus, from the hands of thieves. Adolphus already rests safely in this great cathedral of Shiring. Our master builder Alfred promised me that it will only be a matter of a few years until the cathedral will be finished. And the Earl of Shiring has promised to support us. But he has not done so for himself. No, the Earl is not a selfish man. His mother, Lady Hamley, is sick. More and more, I feel the whole of England is suffering from a sickness. The sickness of war, poverty, and most of all, heathen beliefs. I have spoken to God. I asked him, begged him to walk amongst us, to heal us. But God told me that only when this great cathedral is finished will he have a temple to reside in. No matter the cost, this shall be a towering castle to protect us from evil and false beliefs. With this cathedral, we will bring an end to the dark times.
Waileran Bygod!
Jack? What are you doing here?
My father died by your hands, Waleran. His name was Jacques Cherbourg.
How dare you talk to the bishop like that?
He died right here.
Who are you?
I know that man. He's that bastard from Kingsbridge.
That man is my husband.
You?
All of you, listen to what we have to say. From now on, Kingsbridge is protected.
By our knights, by our walls, and by the word of the king.
So whatever you do, we will defend our town, our market and fulling mills.
And our cathedral, which we shall rebuild. All workers are invited to come and work for us.
Preposterous.
If you so much as try to bring harm to us, Bishop, we will make sure that you pay for everything you did.
Я думал, будет хитрее. Типа там епископа начать пугать. Первые пробы за время, они добыли обман, но увидели, что благодаря дает людям надежду. Джек вернулись в Кингсбридж. Осталось немного. Но за это время может многое случиться. А я бы месть думал, что будет месть. Глава 17. Будем являться бишопу в снах таким приходить. Буря. — 1134 год, 11 лет спустя.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought. 3 years of hunger and poverty. England was brought to its knees. Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding towns and villages.
Как это вы успели стены построить, ребятки? Когда вы успели это сделать?
Bishop Waleran and William Hamley forced the workers to finish their cathedral in Shiring.
Но ничего не случилось.
Many had died. The work on our own cathedral had almost come to a halt. 4 weeks the storm had raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret. And everything changed.
А ну-ка, что там за тайна?
Tom, I don't think you would have liked the sight of this. I don't think you would have liked the sight of this at all.
I know. You've not planned the cathedral to be that high. I reinforced the walls, like in Saint Denis. The storm shouldn't be that much of a problem. But if it's not the storm, then what is it?
Фундамент. Главная основа. Основа, да. Так, взять инструменты. Молоток из убила. Своды. Буря.
One day, people will fly, like birds,
Ну, не совсем
sailing
как
on the
птицы,
wind.
но
Rashid
примерно.
told me. I'd better be careful up here.
Так, что у нас?
The roof looks all right. The vaulting is cracked. If I make it worse, then we'll at least know what the problem is.
Или свалишься.
One more time.
Ну давай, я готов. Сам только не свались. Блин, не попал.
Be easier without this sand everywhere. If the vaulting were unstable, this part would have collapsed and the wall would retract.
Значит, не оно, да?
The cause of the problem is not up here.
А внизу, внизу.
Tom, what would you have done now? When we erected the Eastern Wall 17 years ago, there was also a crack. Yes. No matter what we did, it always came back. But this is not the same wall. We rebuilt it. But the cause could have been the same in both cases.
Крипта.
The crypt! Huh? Yes, Tom. You kept the whole foundation there as it was. But it never had to carry this much weight before. That's it! The problem must be down there.
Сейчас у нас есть зубило, и там дырка была в стене, я
They
помню.
were enraged. Bishop Henry thinks that the Pope should hear about what you wrote.
I think so, too. I would be honored if he...
Philip, I really am worried about...
There is no need for you to worry. It is just a book.
The problem is that the people love your sermons. And your book is being copied in priories all over England.
Is that not a good thing? If I...
In desperate times, hope can be a powerful force.
That is very true.
Well, I fear the bishops. They might come to believe you took that...
Божественная душа. Книга написана Филиппом в 1148 году. В своей книге Филипп высказывает предположение, что поскольку Бог создал человека, каждый из нас носит в себе божественную искру. И хотя порой нам кажется, что Бог покинул нас, на самом деле Бог ближе к нам, чем кому-либо другой. Чем кто-либо другой, поскольку наша душа имеет божественную сущность. Это означает, что мы не должны сидеть и ждать спасения извне, но можем изменить мир вокруг нас своими силами. Можем посадить семя, а Бог, в свою очередь, поможет ему расти. Философия Филиппа распространилась по всей Англии и даже по другим частям Европы, но церковь жестко критикует этот текст. В своей первой книге Филипп критиковал только фальшивые чудеса. Теперь же он заявляет, что все люди одинаково божественны, соответственно, представитель духовенства обладает не большей божественностью, чем любой другой человек. Это правда.
Jack.
Ага, привет.
Have you been atop the cathedral during the storm?
Don't worry, Philip. The storm isn't as bad up there.
You shouldn't be up there risking your life. Sally and Tommy have been asking for their parents all morning.
Семья Алены и Джека? А кто такая... Что еще? 11 же лет прошло, ё-моё. С тех пор, как Ричард и Джек пообещали Уоррену защитить Кингсбридж, они потратили много времени на укрепление города. С тех пор Уильям не решился атаковать снова. А Лена продолжает торговать шерстью и ведет дела в основном за пределами Ширинга. Большая часть шерсти, которой она торгует, производится в Кингсбридже, где Джек построил 2 валяльные мастерские. У Алены и Джека 2 детей. Томми уже 12 лет, и у младшей сестре Салли 9. Марта пригласила за обоими, пока Джек и Алена работают. Понял.
The storm is tearing our east wall apart. If the storm works, I work. Jonathan, did you and the others come directly from Winchester?
Yes, we did.
What about Allier?
She stayed a day longer for the fleece fair. She should be on her way back now.
In this storm?
We didn't expect it to get worse.
No one did.
I am sure she'll be alright.
I need to go. I think I know why the east wall is unstable.
Yes?
I'm not sure, but I think the answer lies down in the crypt.
Так, что у нас тут есть? Филипп?
I think I know what caused the problems we had.
Wonderful. You know, I just realized that the crack in the wall...
The one that burned down?
Yes. I only noticed it when I visited after Prior...
It wasn't there before then?
No. I remember that I thought the crack looked like a finger pointing at the sinners of Kingsbridge.
A grim thought.
I was not happy with the state of Kingsbridge back then.
Так, Джонатан.
Jonathan is probably right. Aliena will be fine.
Ну, я не буду
Still,
уверен.
I'd feel better if she was here with us.
Я очень люблю хорошие финалы, но эта игра, возможно, не такая. Дверь в собор, тропинка на кладбище. Дом капитула.
That's not the way to the... No, not before I find...
А, ладно. Так. Точно над
Philip
криптой.
is right. It does look like a finger. Pointing right at the crypt.
Что же там за тайна скрыта? Ну-ка. Вот и стена рушится, которая...
Rashid was right. People love to believe in miracles.
Это да.
The reason most people come to Kingsbridge now is for Philip's sermons. He tells them what they need to hear. He gives them hope.
Так, лады. Ну что, долбанем?
Here we go.
Что же он там скрывает? Тайную комнату, походу. Или тайный проход какой-нибудь, где скрывался приор Джеймс, он же сверху, он же типа выжил.
Dear God.
These stones, they've been removed before. Whoever put them back just added some mortar on top of the stones to hide the fact that they were removed. The tile at the bottom was completely loose.
What does that mean?
I think it was an entrance.
An entrance? To where?
That's what we'll find out.
Careful now.
Во-во, я осторожнее был, там как бы...
You've got the whole east wall on top of you. Jack?
Jack?
I'm all right. I just hit my head. It's dark in here. There's a whole room here. A chamber. I'll get a torch.
Philip, I'll get it. You stay here.
Длинная штука.
Is that a coffin? Oh, there's sand everywhere. Uh-huh. It's a bed.
What?
There's a bed in here.
What? Jonathan, we need that torch.
That's not wood. It's metal.
Это тот кубок.
Gold, even. It's made of leather.
Этот, который...
It's a whip.
Этот, лупить себя по спине, как это
What is
называется?
that doing here?
I have the torch.
Заноси.
All right, come in here. Should be safe. Did you know about this place?
No. No, I did not. I've seen this chalice before, when I was very young. It's the chalice of the Eucharist from Kingsbridge Cathedral. Cuthbert told me about it. They said it was stolen.
And melted down, I know. Mother told me. They also said it was my father who did it.
Did they?
So he's innocent then?
He must be.
And whoever hid the chalice is responsible for his death. They hanged him in shiring for stealing this chalice. But it was here all along.
That scourge, the whip. It belonged to Prior James. I was afraid of it when I first visited Kingsbridge with Francis and Abbot Peter. Even the look of it scared me.
James. Maybe it was him. I think I saw him during the night of the fire in the cathedral. When the old cathedral burned down, there was a man in the fire. His shoulders were bloody, as if he had chastised himself.
It is you! By God and the devil!
He told me that he had sinned, that he had done something to me. Perhaps because I looked like my father.
So he confessed for framing your father while he hid the cup here?
But it couldn't have been James you saw. James died weeks before the fire.
Did he? You said they never found his body. Maybe he hid down here. Maybe that's why the bed's here.
Wait. Jack, you were in the burning cathedral.
Да.
What were you doing there?
And then I told Philip what I'd done. He just looked at me. He didn't say anything.
Плеть приора Джеймса найдена Филиппом в 1154 году. Будучи ребенком, Филипп боялся плети Джеймса. Впервые он увидел ее, когда вместе с аббатом Питером, который воспитал его и Фрэнсиса после гибели их родителей, приезжал в Кинсбридж. Спустя годы Джеймс решил, что Филипп, к тому времени уже молодой человек, уже вполне способен вести собственный приорат в лесной обители святого Иоанна. Каждый раз, когда Филипп побывал в родном соборе в Кинсбридже, он вспоминал о дне, когда впервые увидел плеть. Аббату Питеру никогда не понравилась идея, что бой может привести к спасению, но приор Джеймс верил, что самоистязание – это единственный способ очистить душу от греховных влечений плоти. После того, как Джеймс сказал Филиппу, что приор Джеймс был жив, в тот день, когда сгорел собор, Филипп вспомнил, что за несколько недель до этого хор не решался петь, поскольку слышал, как кто-то истязает себя в крипте. Может, они действительно слышали Джеймса? Может быть, Джеймс правда прятался в тайной комнате в крипте? Но почему? Тем временем в Эрлскасле.
Wailerin, what do you want?
Do you think it is wise to resign yourself to gluttony at times like these, while your people starve on the streets of Shiring?
Don't play the saint. You promise them miracles, and you make them pay. But your miracles never work out, do they?
God works in ways that we cannot comprehend.
My mother cannot walk. You failed. Again. What do you want?
I came about a book.
The Bible again.
No. Philip of Gwynedd wrote it. And the church is displeased. Bishop Henry was enraged. This is our chance, William.
Your chance, you mean? If you need forces, talk to Walter or Ugly. I don't care. I built your fucking cathedral. I'm done.
It's not just about Philip. It's about Aliena and her family.
Don't mention that name.
But have you not heard? King Stephen and Maud's son just signed a peace treaty.
I don't care.
You should care.
I said I don't. Now leave, and don't come back unless I ask for you. Where's my wife?
They've not returned yet, Lord William.
Then get me a whore! Now!
Окончание войны. Изучим. Во-во-во. Ключанули документы. Сейчас. Изучим, как только дадут возможность. В то же время где-то далеко. Не очень удачно эту погоду выбрала, к тому же без шапки. Хоть бы плащ одела, что ли. Так, ладно, давайте документы изучим, где там они. Так, тут очень много листать надо будет сейчас. Ага, вот. Спустя 15 лет война между Стефаном и Мод Англия была раздроблена больше, чем когда-либо. После финального сражения Уоллингфорда сын императрицы Мод Генрих II и Стефан договорились о перемирии. Позднее договор был подписан в Винчестере и Вестминстере. Согласно договору, Стефан оставался королем до своей смерти, а затем трон унаследует Генрих II. Также в договоре говорилось о том, что все решения относительно земель, принятые Стефаном, отменяются, а земли возвращаются в свой статус времен правления Генриха I. Это означает, что графство Шиллинг снова принадлежит наследникам Бартоломью, а не Хэмлинам. Но кто решится выступить против Уильяма Хамлина? Так. Чё? Погнали. Ну, так в бурю в такую пошла, блин. Додумалась. О чем только думала. Башкой своей дурной. Знакомое место. Это не тут ли мы овец стригли? Изначально. Хэй, сейчас палкой придавит, стопудняк. О, кто там? Привет, ребятки, кто вы?
I am sorry for intruding, but I must ask you for shelter. I was on my way from the Fleece Fair in Winchester to Kingsbridge and got caught in the storm.
Nasty, isn't it?
Yes. And it's getting worse and worse. Thank you for your hospitality.
Someone help me!
Кто-то кричит от ужаса.
Please! I need help!
Одеяло, дым, мужчина, старая женщина, огонь, горшок.
I'm hurt!
Кто орёт? Откуда звук? Отсюда? О!
Hello?
Ребенок.
Oh dear, are you hurt?
My horse! It fell! I can't move!
Take my hand! We'll get you inside!
Ты кто вообще?
We'll only be here until it's safe to leave. We won't bother you.
Туповеху спасли.
I'm Aliena. What's your name?
Дайте угадаю, это жена этого.
Elizabeth.
Хэмли.
Breathe, Elizabeth. You're safe now.
Стопудово.
Mm-hmm.
She took her.
Should have let her die. We would all be better off without someone like her.
Стопудово, тоже, точно. Так, у нас какая-то миска появилась с чем-то. Маленькая миска. Водички там какой-нибудь дать. Огонь. Горшок. Горшок. Возьми горшок.
We don't have much, but always enough for a lost soul.
She doesn't deserve anything.
Take a bowl and go ahead.
Стопудово. Хавчика возьмем. Это жена Уильяма Хэмли, стопудняк. Маленькая миска с супом. Держи.
Shush.
I don't like this.
Держи. Похавай супчикой. Согрейся.
Eat this. You must be hungry.
Thank you. That's nice of you.
Why are you giving her soup? Dirt. That's what she deserves for dinner.
What? Do you want her to starve?
Please, don't start a fight.
Там есть это полотенце. И там сверху где-то видел. Где увидел мясо, крестьяне. Где-то же видел какую-то штуку, по-моему. Огонь, крестьяне. Элизабет, дым. А, во, одеяло. Рваное одеяло, пахнет.
Hey, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm just going to borrow it.
Let's try to get along until the storm passes.
Thank you.
По голосу еще ребенок совсем.
That's our blanket.
Can't you see she's freezing?
It's all right. It's just a blanket.
Oh, you're so kind. Many people would have let me die. People don't listen to me. My entourage didn't even notice they lost me.
Who?
My husband and his entourage.
О, знаешь, говорю.
A fine husband you have. I divorced my last one for less than that.
Divorce?
No.
Oh, he's just been beside himself ever since his mother.
Maybe now you'll understand what loss feels like. And what you people are doing to us.
Stop bullying her. Can't you see she's upset? How do they know you? This isn't right.
Oh, I'm used to it. I guess that's how it is when your husband holds an office like that. He has to do a lot of things people don't like. And sometimes they recognize me, too.
Wait.
Да.
Is your husband the Earl of Shiring?
I thought you knew.
William Hamley.
Oh, please don't abandon me too. I swear, I'm not... I can't...
I used to know him when I was a girl.
Really?
Why did you marry him?
My parents arranged it. And it was an honor to be picked.
What's he like now?
I loathe him with all my heart. How do you know him?
He wanted to marry me when I was your age. Apparently he likes young girls, no matter how old he gets.
You too were supposed to marry him. How come you didn't?
He was a beast. So I refused.
You refused him?
It caused a lot of misery.
You're so courageous. I wish I was like you. I can't even stand up to the servants.
Don't act like you didn't have a hand in the downfall of this land. For years he roamed across the country to raid, rape and kill.
I'm sorry.
He's no Earl. After all he's taken from us, we should take something from him too.
She has nothing to do with this. Don't you dare touch her. Can't you see she's another one of his victims?
Oh, give over. She's in on it too.
Can you even imagine how it must be to be a child married to Hamley? The abuse and the humiliation every single day. I'm so sorry.
I'm crying because you know too.
Enough to know your pain.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
Tom, where the hell am I supposed to tether this horse?
It's Walter. He's looking for me.
Listen. Use your status. It gives you power. People will get used to doing what you say. Favor those who help, so people will recognize that it pays to oblige the Lady of Shiring. And since Hamley is hated, they'll soon love you more than him.
You make it sound so easy.
That should do it.
Walter.
You? I've not seen you in a long time. William would be very pleased if I brought him your head.
No! Don't harm her! If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead. She saved me from the storm.
Did she now? Come on, we have to get back to the castle. We've lost too much time already.
It's all right. You don't need to sacrifice yourself for me. Thank you for saving me and protecting me from these people.
Come on now, we need to get going. William is waiting.
Звучит как приговор. Уильям ждет. Да, супруга Уильяма изучить. Отказ Алены надолго отбил Уильяма охоту жениться, но однажды его мать выступила с предложением, указав на юную девушку, дочь Харальда из Веймаута, богатого рыцаря и сторонника Стефана. 14-летнюю девочку зовут Элизабет. Поначалу Уильям считал, что из нее не выйдет невеста для него, но поскольку он не хотел прилагать никаких усилий к тому, чтобы найти себе более подходящую жену, он принял это предложение матери. Епископ Уоллерон обвенчал их в часовне Эрлскасла. На большой пир по случаю бракосочетания были приглашены все более или менее важные персоны. Элизабет – нежная девушка, которая польщена честью быть выбранной в качестве графской жены, но вскоре выяснилось, что Уильям презирает ее за стремление ему угодить. Так, мы нашли тайную комнату, мы врезались Филиппу в поджоге собора, церковь жестоко критикует книгу Филиппа, война между императрицей и Моткрым закончилась, вы нашли Елизабет, после того, как вошли в хижину, вы принесли ей немного супа, принесли одеяло, вы дали ей совет, как мириться с ее ужасной судьбой. Хорош, прошли эту главу. Осталось немного, глава 18. Что там, буря закончилась или как? Разбойники, бандюки, ОПГ и тому подобное.
Dear Francis, the letters I have written to you over the years surely could be bound into a book, but only you know what my words in those letters are. It is different with the book I have written. It has found its way into Priory because of my book. I may have to, but that is not the only thing that keeps me awake tonight.
Просто мне кажется, его письма читают.
The dust storm and the drought are taking their toll. Thanks to our town wall, we are safe from the Earl, and we've heard of places nearby being raided. We believe the attackers will. We have enough food to last us another few weeks, but life has come. Martha believes there will be rain soon, but the storm is only a harbinger of rain. I hope that she is right. Jonathan worries about my book. the divine soul. In Winchester, he heard that Bishop Henry was less than pleased. I am not naive enough to pretend I do not know. I wrote that hope is godly. And since God made, Henry sells hope. If the church should ask me to clarify my position, but I feel I must give our people. And how could I write anything else if this is what I truly... Behind a wall in our crypt, we do not know who built it, but it is likely that Prior James hid there. Even after that means he was alive when we met in Kingsbridge on New Year, the day of his burial. And Jack told me he saw a man in the church the night. Was that him? And if so, did he burn in the fire? It must be well after midnight. With you, I can be honest about what truly troubles me. Jack told me that he was responsible for the fire. I know that it was a long time. He told me he set fire to the roof because he had heard monks were...
My God. Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! But Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
And as horrible as it may sound, I cannot find it in my heart. Just maybe because this confession comes too late, and from a man who I have learned to trust. This is the truth. I should get some air, Francis. The storm has settled down.
Ладно, на этом моменте закончим прохождение. Продолжим в следующей серии. Не забывайте подписываться на канал, это помогает развитию, да и вам не сложно. Комментируйте видео, задавайте вопросы, говорите, что понравилось, что нет, что хотели бы увидеть на канале, может какую игру новую, или старую игру, любую. Вот, если сойдемся во мнениях, я ее, конечно же, пройду. Также подписывайтесь на контакт, Twitter, Facebook, все ссылочки в описании под видео. А на этом все, до встречи в следующих сериях, всем пока!